Hi there, this is Alvin from Dr. Wealth. Yesterday, we saw something unusual in the markets. The US market was generally very bullish. The S&P 500 was up 2.6%. As you can see from the image, this is the S&P 500 components. Majority of the stocks are green, but there is one that stuck out, and that is Tesla, which is down a good 8.6%. So that is in fact a very unusual sight, because if you look at the other big tech stocks like Alphabet, like Apple, even Meta, they were up, but somehow Tesla went the other way, and it's not just a minus 2 or 3%, it's a minus 8.6%. So what is going on? Some investors were thinking, is this a good time to buy? Is there some risk that investors are yet to uncover with Tesla, so that they should avoid at this point in time? So we try to answer these questions in terms of like trying to figure out what caused this drop, so that you can make a better informed decision. So let's go with reason number one is that Tesla reported a lower than expected delivery, right? They haven't released their results, which is going to happen in, I think, 19 October. So they are giving some preliminary numbers on the delivery, okay? And that number wasn't that far off. It's just like 6% lower than what the analysts expected. And even different analysts expected different numbers. So this is just a very rough gauge in terms of the delivery. But somehow this could potentially be one of the key reasons why Tesla stock was going down yesterday. And it was also the most quoted reason in the media report. But if we take a look at their delivery track record in the past, okay, in the past 5 years or so, you can see that Tesla has actually grown very well in terms of their delivery. It has always been increasing year to year, quarter to quarter, and it is something that's very impressive in terms of their execution. So if we take a look at the third quarter, because we are just comparing the third quarter, in terms of the year-on-year growth, right, it ranges from as low as a gain of 7% to as high as sometimes 219% in terms of the increase in the number of deliveries. So this time around, it was still an increase. It was still a record high for a quarter, right? The increase was around 42% from the third quarter in 2021. So the results isn't that bad, right? And it doesn't really warrant a 9% drawdown in a day while the market was very bullish. And adding on to that, if we look at the backlog, it has been declining since July. So there was an upgrade to the Shanghai Gigafactory in August. It was completed, and you can see that the production got ramped up, and the number of backlog actually reduces. This is a good sign. And moreover, in August, the vehicle sales, Tesla sales in China increased compared to last year, the same period as well. So everything looks good, okay? And the production numbers are ramping up as well. The productivity has gone up too. And even for 2022 quarter 4, the production target is 495,000, okay, almost 500,000. That is also another record that if achieved in fourth quarter of this year. So you can see that it is not Tesla is having some sales issue or production issues in terms of the delivery. In fact, it looks rosier from here than ever before. So it could be not this reason, right? So let's look at the next reason. Reason number 2 is that Elon Musk like to tweet a lot of stuff, and sometimes very, very controversial stuff. And one of the tweets that he did yesterday was regarding Ukraine. You know that Ukraine and Russia war is ongoing, and his tweet didn't find favor among the Ukrainian supporters. And we know that during the worst of times, when Ukraine was cut off from a lot of the facilities, amenities, Elon Musk actually moved the Starlink satellite to support Ukraine in terms of giving them the internet access. So he has gained a lot of Ukrainian supporters, but his latest tweet was actually angering a lot of these Ukrainian supporters, because he was suggesting carving up some of the Ukrainian land to Russia. Okay, so that created a very big hoo-ha, and we have seen even the ambassador to Ukrainian ambassador to Germany gave a very angry comment, which I shall not say is a superlative. You can see it for yourself. All right, so they are really angry, and even the president of Ukraine was giving a poll, right? Say that, do you like an Elon Musk who supports Ukraine, or do you like the Elon Musk that support Russia? So he's creating a lot of this hoo-ha in the Twitter space as usual, right? So it could be the Ukrainian supporters or who were investors in Tesla stock decided to dump the shares, right? That could be a possibility. But I also checked the timing. Okay, his timing of his tweet is around 12 p.m. But the market opens at 9:30 a.m. and it has already dropped the moment the market opens, way before he did the tweet. So it might not be the reason as well, right? So you can see that it is not easy to pinpoint what caused a share price to move. But let's move on to the third possible reason. So the third possible reason is that last Friday, after the market closed, Tesla did an AI day, okay, where they introduced this humanoid robot in the show. That was the highlight. And Elon Musk was also saying that this could be the future, right? A much bigger potential that is, driving more revenue than what the EV car could. All right, so it is very far into the future. Even the humanoid robot is not commercialized yet. It takes about 3 to 5 years. And he did drop the hint on the price tag, which is below $20,000. And he expects this could be used in very dangerous jobs to replace humans for those jobs, or they can also be used in homes where they can do cleaning chores or any chores that you don't like to do, right? Instead of hiring a maid, you can actually get this robot to do those chores. Okay, so that is like what he envisioned. And it could spook some investors, because whenever this new kind of technology comes in, it costs money, right? In R&D, in paying higher salaries for these talents, or it could be any capital expenditure that's required to make the parts, okay? So there is no visibility how much Tesla is spent on this, and how much is Tesla going to pour more into this robot research. And some may even be concerned that, is Tesla distracted? Right, because even we talk about AI for self-driving technology, yes, it's already there, commercialized, but it is not mainstream yet. There's still a lot of improvement to be made to increase the trust of using this technology, right? So, and there are also a lot of rivals in the EV space. Is Tesla distracted and not focusing on its core, which is the EV cars? So there could be concerns like this, or it could be simply a concern of we watching too much movies, where it's very dystopian when it comes to having robots in our life, right? This is a scene of an iRobot that was shot many years ago, right, where a robot turned rogue and start attacking humans. We have a lot of all such storylines in movies, and it sounds a bit uncomfortable, right? Even at this point in time, that we're gonna have a robot that is very capable in a house. Okay, it is actually quite scary. So that could also spook investors, and that can this robot eventually sell, right, and get made big adoption at the end of the day. Otherwise, a lot of these millions or even billions of dollars can be wasted on the R&D space. And I would just say that this Elon Musk essentially is a very eccentric person, but you cannot doubt that he has a vision, and this vision has been lacking since Steve Jobs passed on. And Elon Musk, essentially is taking on that the most visionary entrepreneur at this point in time. You talk about introducing EVs, mass production of these EV cars. He is the first to have achieved that, and he also have made rockets sold to NASA, and that is also a new model. Usually NASA will have to commission and do a lot of development or tendering, right? But SpaceX have done it and sold the rockets at a much cheaper price to launch to space. And he also have a Starlink, which is the internet using satellites to provide internet service, and that is also commercialized. And now we're talking about the robot. So you cannot deny that he don't just dream, right? But when he has a vision, he does pull in the resources and the know-how to make these dreams a reality. So it is no doubt that he is a visionary. And who knows, right? This robot might become a reality in 3 or 5 years' time, and then we will see how the market react to it. Okay, so I would think that actually looking at this third reason, it might be a good thing more than a bad thing. So in summary, out of the three reasons, I think that the likelier reasons are number 1 and 3, which is the first is the misdelivery expectation, right? So the expectation was lower, sorry, the delivery was lower than expected, so that could cause some sell down. And then the third reason that I gave was regarding the AI robot, which investors still don't know, right? In terms of what is it going to be, the demand, whether this is a good move, and how much is it going to cost to bring this development to reality. So there are a lot more questions about this, okay? But if you ask me, looking at these possible reasons, I don't think that they are big issues, right? First of all, if we talk about the deliveries, the production is still strong, right? The forecast is still strong, okay? So it's not a real permanent issue that we're looking at here. Then the second one, the AI robot, shareholders should see it more like a positive development, because Elon Musk, even though he is leading in the EV space, he is leading in a lot of all this satellite internet and even the SpaceX. Yes, he is always earlier than most people, okay? And but the thing is that he does deliver the stuff eventually, okay? So investors should see it as he is not resting on his successes that he has built in the past, and he's continuing to push the frontier, and that could give Tesla a longer longevity in terms of its growth projection. So I see more positive than bad, right? So I don't think that the share price should come down by 9%. Although valuation wise it might be subjective, some may think that it is still overvalued, some may think that it is undervalued. I would think that such stocks are usually very hard to value, right? You may want to consider dollar cost averaging or using the historical trading range to determine what would be a good price, or roughly what is a fair price for Tesla, okay? So it's not an easy job, but I think that this is what makes Tesla special. Okay, so I hope now we have a better understanding about what's going on in Tesla and what constitute this 9% drop. Okay, we don't know the pinpoint, we are unable to pinpoint the answer, but roughly you know what are the issues that may cause the drop, and you can make a better informed decision whether to invest in Tesla or hold on or sell, right? So I hope I've done my part in that aspect. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, as well as subscribe to this channel for more analysis like this. I hope to see you around. Goodbye.